Baked beans is crashing. What's up, guys? How's it going? Dac.llc here, aka John. You guys heard that? Baked beans is crashing down to zero. I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and move on forward with the news to find out if that's really what's going on or if it's just an overall market correction. Right, guys? Welcome to the channel. To all those that are brand new, welcome to Lux Fiat. My name is John, aka Dac.llc. I will be talking today about baked beans, what is going on with these miners currently in the market, my opinion, what do I see happening in the future, and as well, we're going to go ahead and end it with some quick BTC overall market update to go ahead and find out how everything's going. All right, guys, but before I do go ahead and move forward, I do want to go ahead and say anything I do talk about or say in this video is solely for entertainment and educational purposes only, all right? Always invest in where you're willing to lose, and I'm going to go ahead and go over the reasons why you should always be careful in what you're investing in, all right? So you guys heard that right. Baked beans is crashing, and we're going to go ahead and find out whether that's true or not, all right? So if you guys are not familiar, baked beans is a miner. For all those, most of you guys are going to be aware of what baked beans is because you guys clicked on this video. And if you guys are new to my channel, baked beans is pretty much a miner. The way it works is you rebake beans and you pretty much compound and then you eat beans. That means you pretty much take in the profit, similar to drip network. If you guys are familiar with drip, it's a very similar concept. You hydrate and then you claim, all right? So you're pretty much earning passive income in a daily, and with baked beans you're earning about 8% plus the dev fee after you go ahead and do that. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about what is going on with baked beans. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about baked beans. There has been massive hype into it, and you know, I was like, I gotta go ahead and check this out. So what I actually did is I've been testing baked beans for a little bit over 7 days now. I think it's been almost going into 2 weeks. I started off with about like $130, not that much to be honest, due to the fact that I wanted to go ahead and test it out before I went in any deeper, because I was willing and I'm okay losing $100, but before I put in any more money, I wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision. So the way I did that was just by starting off with a small amount that I'm willing and I'm okay losing. Okay, so that is one thing I always suggest, guys. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers out here right now, one in particular that's pretty much bashing out everybody in, you know, in this community, in the drip network community, in baked beans, pretty much in every other crypto. You know, he's pretty much almost like a CoffeeZilla, I think it's his name, the one that like exposes people. Hey, we're all with our own opinions, right? We could all make our own decisions in life and then get to decide whether, you know, something's a scam or it's not a scam. I personally don't think any of these projects are scams. It's pretty clear what they actually do and the way the payout comes in. It pretty much comes in through a referral base and due to the fact that you're paying fees on transactions. So that's the way, you know, you get paid out. So if you want to call that a Ponzi scheme, you could go ahead and call the Federal Reserve and your federal currency a Ponzi scheme, because basically that's a Ponzi scheme itself. They pretty much inflate money, they print money, and then they inflate everything and they reprint and rinse and repeat. So I mean, that's a scam too, and no one's complaining about the Federal Reserve, right? So that's why when people complain and like start talking down on projects such as Drip Community or Drip Network, sorry, and Baked Beans or Baked Pizza, it really does kind of get to me. I'm like, you guys are like, why can't you guys just enjoy the fact that, you know, we could all make money in DeFi, and then obviously not everything could go up, or, you know, it has to come down, just like pretty much inflation, right? You know, they've been printing money for 2 years straight. Nobody was complaining about, you know, when all the EDD money and all the stimulus checks were coming out and all the PPP loans and all of this, you know, all these business loans that were coming out as well, and everybody was making money and no one seemed to complain about free money, right? But when it ends, that's when everybody starts complaining, when they start seeing everything crashing down. And that's pretty much what's going on with our economy as well right now, you know, with everything going on with all this massive pandemic that happened, all this money that got flown into the market. A lot of people got even richer. The rich got richer, the poor got poorer. And a lot of people made a lot of money in opportunities such as Drip Community or Drip Network, sorry, Baked Beans, you know, other altcoins. So I would really suggest everybody to not just call everything a scam, because technically, if you guys want to go that way, life's a scam, right? That is harsh. So let's go ahead and talk about baked beans. Enough with that talk. So it's been actually crashing, guys, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper into what is going on. So I've actually jumped in and around this area right here, obviously at the top right, because we can never time it. Luckily, I only put in a few $100. Like I said, only $100. I was going to put in more, but I decided not to due to the fact that I wanted to test the waters first before I went all in. And luckily, I did that. And luckily, if you want to call it luck, it tanked as well. And good thing I actually pulled back. So what is actually going on right now at the time being is the fact that there is less money going into baked beans or just miners in general, even the crypto market in general. Let's be honest. Right now, there's a lot of scares in the market with the Federal Reserve talking on May. We have earnings week this week on, I believe is on Friday. They do have one of the biggest tech earnings. So a lot of people are trying to decide what is going to be going on with the market. And remember, the stock market pretty much moves the crypto market at the time being, unfortunately. So right now, hedge funds, big Wall Street players right now are pretty much
I just want to interrupt really quick to tell you about the Unknown Species NFT, which is an NFT that we've been teasing for a while. And at the end of the sale of the 600, we are going to be doing 10 $3,000 raffles. So be sure to check it out. Here's the trailer to give you more information. But go ahead and go to dac.llc/NFT and find out more information. Here's the trailer.
Mr. President, this looks really bad, sir. The doctor's research was leaked and it has left unrest within the country. This is not good. The plan backfired, as I predicted. Mr. President, you need to speak on this or there will be riots. We cannot afford riots on top of this. The president wants all samples brought to the laboratory at once for immediate testing. This could be dangerous, people. Very dangerous.
taking risk off and they're staying away from risky investments such as crypto. So the tech sector is having major news. I think it's going to be bullish, and I think this market will be pumping. But if it does have bad earnings and obviously it doesn't go well, do expect crypto or Bitcoin in general to drop down to 30,000. Enough with that with Bitcoin. I wanted to focus on baked beans, but the reason why I'm telling you guys, because a lot of this general information has a lot to do with crypto, and people do not seem to realize that. They just think it's just this, and that. No, there's a lot of back end stuff. You guys have to consider wars. You have to consider inflation, Fed. That all comes into crypto, whether you want to believe it or not. So you guys have to be aware of what's going on with the news, because declaration of war, whatever the case is, could tank the market, or such as a Fed talking, or whatever the case is, right? So do keep in mind that is what is currently going on in the market right now. It's fear. So a lot of people, instead of rebaking their beans, which is compounding, they're actually pulling out money, which means there's less money going into the contract and more money pulling out. So it is such an uneven field at the current time being. There's more people pulling out money and there's less newcomers coming in. So we need to go ahead and level that. And by the way we do that is by obviously compounding, continue to compound and continue to get more people going in to sustain the contract. Right now what is going on is that people are panicking. So when people start to panic, they start to take out money when the market is red, which is obviously something we wouldn't recommend. But like I said, that's just the reason why you always only invest in what you're willing to lose, because such things could happen, just like in the case of baked beans. So it actually went from $14 million back in April 20th as low as to $10 million now. So it's dropped about $4 million out of the market. I'm not tripping. Like I said, I only put in a few $100 or a few bucks just to go ahead and test the waters. If this thing goes up, well, that's great. I was averaging about $6 to $8 a day. So I'd probably most likely be making my initial investment in about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, no less than that. And with no referrals. So definitely if you guys want to join, go ahead and click the referrals down below. One thing as well I want to go ahead and talk about is that's what's pretty much going on with baked beans right now at the moment. As you guys could tell, you guys could go ahead and calculate. That's about like $6 to $8, maybe even less, depending on the time BNB's at. But that is the way baked beans is going. I'm going to go ahead and pull out another chart right now to go ahead and show you a little bit more. But another miner I'm currently looking at is Baked Pizza. I'm going to go ahead and put my referral link as well down below. This one's a 10%, but they are charging a marketing fee of 5. So like I said, with these miners, you kind of want to go in early, but as well, like even depending on how the market is doing, do expect it to go ahead and pull back. And that is what is currently going on. So the reason why it's tanking is due to the fact that there's a lot of fear currently in the market and people are scared. But if we go over here on this chart right here, we could go ahead and check the top miners at the time being. And we can go ahead and see that baked beans has been the oldest one. It has been about 173 days old. So it's about almost half a year that it's still alive, and it still has been going on. And the reason why there's also been a lot of money, going out of baked beans is due to the fact that we have scares of the market right now tanking. Plus BNB goes down in value. So that BNB that you saw on the contract goes down due to the fact that BNB was once higher last week ago. And as well, right now with what's currently going on, there's a lot of new miners that started. Like there's a lot of new forex of baked beans being the oldest, and there's a whole bunch right now. Look, 1 day, 12 days, 30 days, 9 days, 3 days, 2 days. Baked pizza was 2 days, the one I talked about right now, and all of them are pretty much down. There's barely any that are currently up at the time being, but these are the top miners at the moment. And as you could tell, they're pretty much all brand new. So what is going on? What is currently going on? So not only is a market tanking, which is the reason why baked beans is going down, but a lot of people are scared at the market at the time being. There's a lot of scares in the market that we're entering one of the biggest bear markets, and it could be a possibility of seeing Bitcoin drop as low as $30,000. But right now, we're still on the thread, guys. We have no idea. We'll find out by the end of the week what's really going to go ahead and happen. It could be in 2 to 3 weeks when there's undecision in the market and we continue to go down. So this is the reason why you should always diversify and always invest in where you're willing to lose. I've noticed a lot of people with miners only do miners. You guys should be diversified. I do a little bit of trading. I do the miners, DeFi, whatever you want to consider it, staking. I do a little bit of everything. I just try to, figure things out. I do a little bit of NFT investing. I try to put small investments everywhere. I even have a Roth IRA as like safety money. Obviously I can't pull it out because it's a Roth IRA. But this is the reason why you guys should be diversified. You guys should have money everywhere. Gold, silver, crypto, stocks, cash on hand if you guys want to, which I don't recommend. But you guys could invest it in jewelry like watches, luxury cars, probably not luxury cars, more like collectible cars. You guys should have your money in different places. So like if a project that you guys were in does crash or gets rug pulled or whatever, you guys are doing okay because now you guys are still making money on another asset. So with me, I'm not tripping about baked beans or any of these miners because one, I put in money I'm willing to lose, and two, I'm pretty well diversified in other areas. Like I'm constantly doing other things to go ahead and get some cash flow coming in. So because you definitely want to be knowledgeable in the crypto space and learn from everything. Don't just rely on just miners. Do not just rely on trading. Do not just rely on NFTs. Learn how to do everything about crypto. There's a whole another world of crypto. There's even the metaverse, So I would suggest you guys to really diversify. Do not freak out. Do expect it to drop. I mean, they literally been dropping. Like I said, there's been $4 million that has been literally out the market in like a week. So you guys can go ahead and take that as a buying opportunity, or I don't know, is it tanking? But right now, like I said, guys, the reason why that's going on right now is due to the fact that there's a lot of uncertainty in the market and people are freaking out and overreacting. And especially the FUD with a lot of news on crypto does scare a lot of people. So let's go ahead and switch over to BTC real quick. I didn't want to make this video too long, but unfortunately, It is long. So let's go ahead and check out Bitcoin. What is currently going on with Bitcoin? So right now we are in looking at the daily chart. It is looking okay. Doesn't excite me yet. I definitely do want to go ahead and see a break above that $42,000 area. Like I mentioned to you guys earlier, I did mention there was going to be a reject and I did expect it to drop, and that's exactly what happened. So hopefully if we could break above that, do expect that shit to moon. And if not, guys, do expect this to get rejected, and we will be seeing Bitcoin down as low as $30,000 to $28,000, guys. So we are literally hanging on by the thread right now at the time being. So let's go ahead and see how this week ends, guys. Let's go ahead and switch over to the weekly. And weekly, we've been red for 1, 2, 3. We're almost going into 4 weeks that we've been in a full red. So almost a whole month we just been trending red, guys. So we definitely do need to go ahead and pick up. If we do go ahead and look at the daily, it's we just got out of oversold back on the 9th, but right now we're just kind of consolidating. If we look at the 4-hourly, we're doing decently, and if we look at the weekly, we did top off oversold back on March 28th. So there had to be a drop in the market, which was around right here. So it's currently overbought. So right now it's looking pretty healthy actually, but you know, people are always overreacting like usual. So definitely do go ahead and keep that in mind, guys. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down your favorite video down below, and make sure to go ahead and join my referral link if you guys want to go ahead and definitely support the channel. And if you guys want to go ahead and try it out, like I said, you guys can try out as little as $100, $200. It just depends on your risk tolerance. Just think about it like if you're going to the casino, right? If you're gambling, you usually don't expect money to come back, depending on the game that you're playing. But for the most part, casinos always win. Sometimes it's kind of the market, you know, the market makers always win. The people, the hedge funds, the big players are the ones moving the market, which are usually the ones who win, right? I'm going to go ahead and end the video there, guys. I'll be catching you guys hopefully on Friday, if not Sunday, all right? You have a good one. Take care. Before I do end the video, check out Panda Girl. We do have NFTs coming out. Let me go ahead and show you. So Panda Girl is actually up 5%. So this is the reason why I'm talking and I'm telling everybody to go ahead and diversify. So go ahead and keep that in mind. We should be deleting some zeros and should be going up possibly another additional 10x, guys. So I'll go ahead and leave it there, guys. And you guys have a good one. Take care.